Japanese art. And,
Oh, I do.
I like it.
And have you guys ever been to Kyoto?
No, I haven't.
I've been to Tokyo.
Okay, well, this was shot with permission on site at an ancient temple in Kyoto. I guess they were able to get filming rights because they donated to the temple. So for those people who have never made it to the beautiful temples of Kyoto, enjoy this brief filmette. I guess they're called filmettes. Filmette by Koda-san Music, filmed on location, Kyoto. Enjoy this journey. This journey of art and, I guess, self-realization, right?
It'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Soothing.
my heart is in Japan. You know,
I know. You've always told me.
Everywhere in Asia is beautiful.
Could you believe the access they got in filming that? Could you believe the access? Wow, Kodo, way to go to get access like that. That was the off-chain Kodo-san music video shot on location in Kyoto. Absolutely beautiful. I couldn't get over the shots they got inside the temple. I was just like, how big of a donation was that?
I was thinking that too.
You were thinking that too, right? So that was a film yet. They go to the temple to tour, and then they begin to imagine they had another life there as warriors. And so they go there, and I'll tell you, the forest of, has anybody been to the forest of Kyoto? They're absolutely stunning. And also the main well, I think I got some pretty good pictures when I was there, actually.
I had a stopover. I had a stopover at Yokota Air Base, which is outside of Tokyo, and it rained like hell. It was in June, first week of June, and I remember my wife got sick as hell. Because she had pneumonia about a week before, and so it was the first time she was flying. And I was on our way to the States.
I don't think I have the pictures. Did you guys see the pictures I had of the monks? You probably didn't.
No,
I didn't see those, but I'd
see
like
it.
to. Do you have them?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Well, I have some of the stuff from Japan, but when I saw that video and that they had shot it on location, I was starting. Yes, okay, I do have it.
They had in the Philippines at Clark Air Base. They had a Japanese garden that was left behind by the Japanese troops during World War II.
Yeah,
at Clark Air Base.
This is me touring at that location, and
oh, that's cool. That looks pretty nice.
Yeah, this is the one picture I have of entering the temple, and they were smiling. You know why they were rushing?
Why
would you think that they were rushing when that picture was taken?
I don't know. Tell us.
Lunch bell.
Oh. Lunch bell.
Bing, bing, bing. Time for lunch. Your rice is ready. And what I noticed?
Not minute rice.
That's
no,
right.
Their
Look
rice
at how
is
they
good.
lined up by rank.
Uh-huh.
There's only 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
Going to the mess hall to get lunch, and yet look what they did. There's 3 of them, and then they migrated into order with, who gets fed first is the chief monks, right? And so, without even thinking about it, they fell into line before entering the mess hall and fell back with the novice in the back. Isn't that just cool as hell, though?
Well, it's probably respect to each other also.
Yeah, and I love the grin they're giving me. That like little children excited to go in and enjoy that delicious lunch. And boy,
it's good food.
Oh, it's great food. And actually, I gave a donation to the temple, and I was able to eat there as well.
Oh.
And it was 100% vegan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I was saying to them, is it going to taste good? And they're like, very delicious, because you think, you're going to lose flavor if you go with a vegan meal, but it was absolutely fine. Anyway, I'm still nursing my nasal allergy thing, so I'm drinking my tea. So how are you guys doing? How have you been? We are back.
Doing great.
Hotter than hell.
Done. Yeah, it's been hot.
Here in LA, we are just starting another heat wave. And I was like, did we finish the last one? No, we got another one starting. My air conditioner is barely working right now.
I know in Cheyenne, Wyoming, we got the Cheyenne Frontier Days.
Yeah.
And boy, we got a lot of people out of town from overseas, mostly from Europe.
Yeah.
I bumped into a guy that was from Switzerland, and I told him who my great grandfather was back in Switzerland. He almost fell back.
Oh,
he was surprised because he knew his name, knew the name.
That's pretty funny that you have all the genealogy all the way to King Farouk and.
Oh, I know.
That amazing.
You got to research. You have to find out.
Culmination of all of that, right?
And the DNA proved it.
I was shocked. The DNA. We have a family genealogist on the Jewish side of the family because it's kind of a big deal in the Jewish community. Like everybody has to know their genealogy, but he traced us to the 9th century.
Wow.
Insane.
That is.
Yeah, he found my family, my maternal line to 9th century Spain.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I thought I was going to have this big emotional. I like Spain, but I don't feel this huge. I've come home to the motherland. I don't really.
There you go.
With that side, but I do when I was in Cardiff.
Yeah, I know you did. I watched it. It was very exciting. I loved watching it.
Oh, by the way, my son and I, we watched The Odyssey yesterday.
Oh yes, I want to see that.
Wow,
That's
a
what
great
I've heard.
movie. You got to go. Everybody's got to see
nothing
this
but
movie.
raves. Oh, I want to see it on an IMAX screen.
It's perfect.
Well, it was the first movie ever shot
in it.
entirely in IMAX. So I want to find an IMAX screen to watch it on.
Absolutely.
Well, wait a minute. Can't you go to that place? What is the name of that place on Sunset that everybody goes to see film? Cinematheque, or what is it called?
Well, there are several places in LA.
Isn't there the Cinematheque
on
Sunset that's so famous?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. It's where the Cinerama Dome was. It's been closed for a while.
I love the center.
Okay.
What was the best part of it? Was it true to the original? Because the original had some pretty sexist parts.
Yes. Yes.
Penelope isn't treated very well.
It was written well. The dialogue was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Matt Damon, he carried it. He's going to get. I think he's going to get the Oscar this year.
Really?
I think next year he'll get.
They're even saying that about Anne Hathaway.
Oh, she's her best performance.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Anne Hathaway has already won an Academy, hasn't she? I mean,
yes.
This is her year again, right? Because she did Devil Wears Prada.
Well, Whimsy, you and I met her a few times. She used to come into the store.
I can't keep
Beautiful
track.
Lady.
I think when I was younger, I used to look a lot like her. You know, when I look at old modeling pictures, I kind of had a thing going on that was a cross between her and who was the other actress I used to always get compared to? I think it was Elizabeth Hurley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You did look like Elizabeth Hurley. Do you have one of your pictures you could post right now?
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a model. It was like 40 years ago. And I think that people are always stunned by my old.
Look at that. Oh, my God.
So I think like across.
That's Anne right there.
Anne Hathaway and
yes,
Hurley.
I see.
This is definitely. That's
Elizabeth Hurley there, but the other was Anne Hathaway. Yeah.
Yeah, this was my London look when I was going through my whole London phase.
Woohoo!
Yeah, woohoo! Yeah. Georgia girl.
Hey, Georgia.
You still got it
downtown.
You know, somebody really was vicious to me. We were talking about Princess Diana the other day, and I had said, well, you know, I was 18 when she got married, and somebody left a really cruel. You know, people just want to kill you. They said, "You got to be kidding! You look like you're over 70. You look like shit." And the person said, "You look like shit."
What?
It's like amazing. And on Substack, they're even more cruel. It's like they are so anti-Semitic. Everything is the fault of the Jews. Everything is the fault of the Jews. Kill them all. We got to kill them all. I mean, like, it's like open. It's like, whoa, I never thought I'd live the day when this many people would be calling for the final solution. I mean, it's just like, there are some crazy people out there right now.
Well,
but they used to hide. They used to not be so public about it.
Well, they have the shield of anonymity when they make comments like that. That's how they can get away with it. I always theorize it's people expressing their own self-hatred.
I don't know, but it was like I got a little depressed. I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna look like Elizabeth Hurley ever again. It's
like you, and you're beautiful.
I'm not gonna look like Elizabeth Hurley.
I'm not going to look like her either.
The days when I used to get attention when I would walk into a party or something, you know, wearing those 5-inch heels and being 6'2", you know.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm 5'9".
I know. When we were together in Europe, I said to you, I forgot how tall you are.
Right. Yeah. So it's just, you do have to kind of accept the fact of like, whoa. It was a time in my life where this photo shoot was right here in Los Angeles. I did this photo shoot in LA.
I love that photograph.
That's a great photo. I
love it.
That's you.
But what's interesting is that, you know, I don't think any of us are prepared for growing old. I don't think growing up watching the TV shows we watch, anything psychologically prepared us for where we are at right now. No. Let's just keep it real, people.
Cher was asked how she felt about growing older, and she said, it sucks.
Well, she can afford to just put a big, you know, the bigger
she can put scaffolding around herself.
Right, because because the older you get, you lose your hair. And so when people see a bunch of hair, they assume you're young. And that was the trick to Dolly Parton. Just add more weave. Just add, you know, just add more. Just add more. Everybody's going to be looking
more is more.
Because she was intelligent enough to know that just be friendly and let a guy see hair and tits. They want to see hair and tits and a nice smile and a booty. And I'm just, you know, it didn't matter that she was 80 something years old because she had just add more layers.
I saw her in concert once and she said, oh, I see some of you out there have binoculars. You want to see if they're really as big as they say they are. And then she goes, I know you're talking about my wigs.
Yeah, I think it really worked for her. That and the big, what did her mother say? That's a hoochie. You don't want to look like that girl. That girl's a hoochie. That's exactly what I want to look like. when she was going to the grocery store, the Piggly Wiggly or wherever it was, and she saw a girl walking, and she had the bright lipstick and the big breast and everything, and she said, "Mama, who's that woman?" "That's a hoochie."
I met Dolly once. I met Dolly once in a Mexican restaurant. She was so sweet and so genuine. What you see is what you get. What you see on TV is who she is in real life.
And it was just a regular Mexican restaurant.
It was. You remember Acapulco on La Cienega in West Hollywood?
Yeah, great tacos. You can get hard tacos.
Yeah. Well, it was like 3:30 in the afternoon. I was with a friend, and she was with a couple of friends. We were the only people in there. So I didn't bother her while she was eating, but I chatted with her for a bit afterwards. She was so wonderful. I just loved her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, you guys, we have an announcement for our book of the month. And of course, we're very excited to announce that we do try to promote independent authors. Of course, if you've written a book and you would like us to consider it, please consider sending us your book, and we may have it on Taco Tuesdays. Care of Whimsy Anderson, 1819 Southwest 5th Avenue, Suite 116, Portland, Oregon, 97201. Information is below this video. Send us your book. We want to promote you. Okay, this month it is. Dun, 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 dun. The winner is Diana Reimer, From Abuse to Enlightenment. This is exactly the kind of a book we love to see here. We love fiction and nonfiction books that get people to think outside the box and hopefully have information that's going to help them live happier, more productive lives and all that other good stuff.
Looking forward to it.
You like the book so far?
Well, I literally received it today from Amazon. So I have not even opened it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It sounds very exciting. Every book you ever choose is a winner.
Right.
Well, time with the authors.
I really had a great time with the last interview we did.
Even with our sound issues. Remember?
Yeah, Christina Bach, check out that book. Boy, was that book a lot of fun. I felt like I was in another world. Well, I was in another world.
You were?
One of the reasons that I selected this book is if you're anything like me, you like to get a good typeset. And I want to just
it's nice and big.
That I really want to, the Solutions Press, thank you for making extra large print.
Yes.
This is an extra large print from... I think it's a 13.5 they're using. Is that right? It's a 12.5. Maybe it's a 12.5.
All I know is for our older eyes, this is a good format. It's nice and easy to read. I love it.
You are going to, it's not a long book, and it is a 12.5, I think. So it's going to be easy on the eyes. I got through it in about 3-4 days. I mean, I think 3-4 days if you're reading for about 20-30 minutes a day before going to bed. I think, this is a book. I think we need to talk about this. Misunderstandings of cause and effect, childhood trauma, people self-blaming ourselves for the choices of other people. It's good stuff. I can't wait to speak with her. I can't wait to speak with her. Chuck,
when is our interview? When are we interviewing?
It's going to be in the middle of next month because we started this July 12th. So
looking forward to it.
We're behind because we went on a trip, and we're probably going to be going to a trip before fall. We have another. I think we might be doing a Canada trip for 3-4 days, which will be fun. I think you and I could use the cool. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until he's melted and he's only about this big, and then I'm going to put him on a plane and send him to Vancouver.
Put me in the luggage compartment.
Vancouver,
put me in a little cat carrier,
Yeah,
Vancouver's beautiful, guys.
Yeah, we might do about a 3-day in late August. We're still working out. It's not going to be a long vacation or an expensive vacation, and it is a working trip.
It's okay.
You know how that works.
Yes, I do.
Chuck, would you be so kind to turn the camera around and be
I would
say hi to everybody?
Love to. Right off the top here, I see Gigi Pardo Lord. Hi there, my friend.
Hi,
and Coleman 6064. Nancy Potter Johnson 3454. Brenda Rakestraw. Somebody named Joel Tilson is here with I see a lot of comments. Colleen Rieger, Tarot by Sharona. Deb-P9J. Tony Acosta, Empowered Journeys is here. Oh, Tony, we have got to get Tony on the show sometime.
Yeah, I'm looking forward because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. We need somebody to talk us off the ledge. Where's my tarot card?
Hello, our dear friend. We love you. Never Too Late to Dream. Dawn Plunkett 4769. Kimberly Bly Fitpold. Let's see, at com.gratidow. Did I say that right? I hope I did. At poet-mz3. Rebecca L135. Carrie Anderson-G3S.
Hello.
There's Donnie again. Sharon Ritchie 8060. Rose Blue 4205. Amherst is here.
Well, we're going to continue to say hi to everybody as we go
Thank
along.
you
It's
us.
interesting that Tawny is here because it's making me feel about this spiritual. We are in a spiritual warfare. And a lot of the time, the people who think that they're helping and that they're these amazing spiritual people, they are the enemy when you think about it objectively or cosmically as spiritual warfare. But how would I describe this warfare? I think the dark forces are trying to kill the fairy realm. It's kind of like an attack on the fairy realm. We've talked about the fairy realm. We've talked about the fact that the elementals, life-affirming elementals that are prehistoric beings, the fairy realm, and how they are leaving the earth because there's nowhere for them to live.
I think it's going to turn around, though, real shortly.
But also look at people who identify or call themselves fairies, what's happening to them, attacks against people in the fairy community 600 times, where if they're wearing wings or anything that identifies themselves as, well, we're fairies, using it as a tongue-in-cheek. We are literally at war where they're coming to kill the fairies.
But do you feel the fairies
think about that.
Can fight back, defend themselves? They're pretty powerful in their own right. We talked about that in Cardiff. Remember how we said if the fairies don't like you, they will make things very uncomfortable for you. And thankfully, they liked us.
But don't you think that because they're tied to the earth, that also makes them somewhat vulnerable? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't help but think, that saying, if the bees go, so goes the earth, so goes humanity. I'm almost thinking it's almost like that with the fairies. They've been so intrinsic for centuries and centuries and centuries. If they go, that seems to me indicative of a much bigger crisis. Like, are we going also?
Yeah, and I've been looking a lot at this entertainment. There's a lot of entertainers in the LGBTQ community, and some of the performances are fairy inspired, and and it's just very obvious that they're channeling fairy energy. And what's scary is that we are literally, it looks like a spiritual war where they're knocking off the fairies. And I'll give you an example. Here is two amazing entertainers, the Goddess Boys. They do drag, and they are very focused on channeling fairy energy. So anything that they produce gives me a really great, I want to give a shout out to both of these lovely ladies because what they do is they just let themselves have fun. They let themselves be chill. Right. They let themselves, this is total fairy. A fairy has fun.
Yeah.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
They invent these amazing drinks that are just fun. Fairy drinks. They're fairy drinks. No alcohol. Any kid can drink them. And they always clean up after themselves like good little fairies.
I love them.
There's a lot of kiwi.
Yeah. They're not messing around.
These drinks are complicated. They'll often put like chocolate bars in them. It's just really fun stuff.
Oh.
They invent them.
Wow.
Oh.
That's different. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Now they're going to strain it.
Can you imagine going through all of this just to have a drink?
I know.
But those fairies, they love. The other thing is that their stuff is fun. It's a little naughty, but they always have a little bit of nature in it. That's very fairy. They're very magical. They're very much into pretend. This is the goddess boys. I love how they always clean up after themselves.
Yeah, I can't believe the complexity of this. Oh.
See, that's a fairy. A fairy always shares their drink.
Yeah. Do they print their recipes, or do you have to just follow what they do?
I think that they do, but I mean.
And what are they called? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
The boys, the something boys. What was it? The
Fairy boys.
The
fairy boys. Yeah.
No, it's not the fairy boys. Oh
No.
my God, we just saw them on Instagram. What? Oh my gosh, they're amazing. But the goddess boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I wonder if they do print those recipes out. You just have to watch the video over and over to replicate.
Yeah, no, they do sweet and spicy guava, pear, kiwi, kale juice refresher with rock sugar crunch and summer soda. That was what they called it.
The goddess boys.
Yeah, so check out the goddess boys. But the reason I was trying to show that was I wanted people to like see the energy of what I'm talking about when I talk about fairy realm. Fairy realm is pro children. They're not out to hurt little kids.
No.
And it's about magic and whimsy and enchantment.
And
it goes back to this whole idea of we can't choose who we are in this incarnation entirely. Some choices are outside, but how we handle it is our free choice. Like, I don't think I had any control over the fact that my mother decided to name me Whimsy, but that's my karma, that's my destiny. And so part of completing your karma is how can I elevate that?
Yeah.
Right. Enchantment and magic and all the fun that comes into that. And this was a two entertainment persons, and they were elevating the whimsy and the enchantment and the fairy energy, and that threatens a certain group of people.
Well, plus they every individual agrees to do what they do before they are born.
Yeah, but we don't make it. But if somebody chooses to cheat on you, you didn't pick that. They chose to cheat on you. And I think that distinction is what people get confused about.
Yeah.
You might have chosen to, I wanted to be tall and look good, and I think I succeeded. You know, like there are certain things. I think I wanted to live in the Pacific Northwest because it's beautiful, and I wanted to have a challenging life. So I picked boyfriends that always told me it was never enough. So I was always fighting. Is this enough? Is this enough? Okay, I just created the blueprint for the Abraham Accords. I don't like it. That was the last thing the church said to me. Well, I don't like that either. You know, so it's like, but that was good because if I hadn't been attracted somebody who nothing I did was good enough, even when I built literally a new transportation system, that wasn't good enough either. So there was always reason to criticize.
Isn't that the impetus that goaded you forward, made you achieve more, made you want to have a bigger life?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Plus,
not that I deserve.
You chose to try to solve a a problem that's been manifesting itself for hundreds of years.
Yeah, I wanted to be challenged. So I maybe I put myself in situations
where you were challenged,
where I would be given that opportunity, because what are the statistical odds I'm going to be born, have those experiences, and then write a rebuild for Gaza and the Goa.
The whole Middle East is going to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about that? Because one of the number one issues is that people are concerned about the amount of money that this rebuild is this war is costing people.
Oh yeah, isn't it up to 37 billion right now?
Well,
I don't know.
One of the items that we're going to talk about is Hegseth and staff are working out details right now with invasion force.
Yeah.
And they're talking about at least 50,000 troops going in.
Well, I have here, it is 37 billion thus far after only 4 months. And he's seeking 67 billion more from Congress in emergency funding.
Could we have done this cheaper? I don't know, you guys. No. I don't know.
I don't know. You don't think so, Joel?
Nope.
Can you elaborate, Joel? Because I think people want to know your opinion.
It's just like with the first Gulf War. Old man Bush basically coordinated with all the countries around the world to coordinate efforts. And it was just the United States. It was a worldwide effort to get the Iraqis out of Kuwait during that time. And plus try to negotiate an end of the hostage crisis. A lot of people don't remember that, but there was over 100 Americans that were held hostage during that time between when they took over Kuwait until the war. And thankfully we were able to get him out of there through negotiation. I don't know how they did it, but it was all kept secret. But what I'm getting at is that by the time you get all the troops coordinated and who's going to do what and all that, you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars by the time it's all over with. And that's just back in 1991. So you could expect it's going to cost a hell of a lot more now.
Oh, I was just stunned when I saw that figure today after only 4 months.
But what's but there's a kiss at the end of the rainbow. Isn't that what don't people also have to know that there's a kiss at the end of the rainbow? That maybe if we can get to Oasis, that we can save ourselves from a situation that could be far worse.
Can I say something real quick? Plus, I think the Saudis are kind of flipping out right now because they've been being attacked about every day by the Iranian drones. And they're putting a lot of pressure on us right now, on America, to do something about it. And I think that the invasion force is going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
But I remember in the first Gulf War, we sent almost 100,000 troops just to protect Saudi Arabia. And
who's going to make money off this? When you're looking at the Global Oasis Alliance and the Abraham Accords and the people that are offering to put money into it, is the average person going to get any benefits from this massive trade? I mean, they're taking the trade route. We all know what's happening here.
We won't.
No.
But the Europeans will.
Why isn't the United States going to make any profits off this? It looks to me like they would.
It seemed like it would in the long run. I think it would be, but in the short run, no. It's going to cost us a lot more money.
Do you think that's because of the massive expenditure the United States has had to make?
We're talking about the troop, the fuel that's going to cost us just to fly in all these supplies. Plus, you have to have a hell of a lot of naval forces.
So we're not going to. Okay, so we're not leaving Iran. I think that's what so we're going to have a permanent place like Iraq, but the difference is that Iran's new government is pro-American. Isn't that the difference?
It's going to have to be. In order to do something about the regime right now, I think in the long run they're going to have to go in there and knock them out of there, the regime. Otherwise, they're just going to keep throwing all kinds of drones and missiles at everybody.
Is there a regime left to kill? I mean, like, it looks to me like the IRGC is killing the IRGC.
They're still around. The I don't know who's in charge now, as far as giving out orders to the military and stuff. Yeah. But somebody is behind all of it.
Yeah, and of course, if I may hear from you, Joel, thousands of Russians are fleeing Russia because of Putin's mobilization order. Will this accelerate Putin's ouster?
I think that's a good question, and I think that's great for us to start the blitzes there. And of course, we'll go ahead and we'll bring in the empath prayer. If you would like to receive a healing at this time, go ahead and give us your name or the name of the person that you want us to pray for, and we'll include them as we bring in the empath prayer, and then we will blitz away. We'll try and use the remainder of the time we have here to get to everybody's questions. We're so glad you could be here. And if you could like, share, and subscribe to the stream, we really appreciate it. And think about memberships. It's another great way to support our channel. We get together on Saturdays for free readings for members, and it really helps us out. We're very appreciative. All right, let's bring in the empath's prayer. Okay, I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively as a community, we say Amen. Amen. And for those people who are requesting healings today, we come together at this time and we pray. We pray that you and those you love receive a perfect healing in mind, body, and in spirit. And together again, collectively, we say Amen, 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 Amen.
Amen.
May all souls be healed.
May all souls
be healed.
Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. Thousands of Russians fleeing Russia because of Putin's mobilization. Will this accelerate Putin's ouster? I think so. What about you?
I do. Yeah, I think so too, even without even looking at cards. But
when you think about the fact that millionaires have basically said we're going to remove him that the billionaires have said remove him, but remove him with tweezers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really disturbed by this because it tells me that the people in charge are whoever has the most money.
Yeah. Elon.
Well, I don't like that.
Yeah. Hasn't he already been declared the world's first trillionaire? Or
he is.
He was the one that was defending Putin, and then he was the one who grudgingly admitted. When did he start saying the tweezer thing? Was that like 6 months ago, a year ago? When did he?
Something like that.
Yeah. At least 6 months.
You know, France is going after Musk right now.
Money, oligarchs. There was an economic. I think that overnight, what happened to Putin is that he did not create loyalty. He expected a certain. Completely confused. I see Putin as completely confused.
He is.
It looks to me like he lost his loyalty. You know, this is about the bankers and the money people. They came in and look at this over and endings and confusion for Putin. It's like, what the hell happened? I thought you people were with me. We were when it was benefiting us. It's not benefiting us anymore. And so I think he's out, and I think that the oligarchs are going to remove him.
Oh, yeah.
You had no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. The community, the people, of course, and there is loss, there is suffering, there is deprivation. exhaustion. People are just worn out from this. They're tired. They're tired of all the deceit, and there's a lot of judgment taking place right now. And my final card, I see this as possible. New life. I see this as positive, where it's all going to end up. New life, yeah. All of Russia's airspace is not protected because of fuel shortages for radar, except for Putin's villas and Moscow.
Wow, that is crazy.
And also from Joel, and Iran invasion is being planned by the War Department. About 50,000 military force group will be used to capture and hold vital strategic areas of Iran.
Yep.
Wow. I don't know.
Is that part of why he's asking for all these extra billions?
Yeah. He needs it.
Yeah, he apparently does. And also from you, Joel, Putin is desperate to complete a Russian gas pipeline to China to fund his war. China is dragging the talks for what price to set. Yeah, they're in the driver's seat, aren't they?
They're waiting for Putin to get out.
Also from you, Joel, Russian public is quietly withdrawing out their saving accounts for cash because of the chaos in Russia. Will Russia's economy collapse? I thought it already had.
Yeah, exactly.
Not yet.
Yeah, I thought it already had collapsed.
No.
I wonder about our economy. Things look terrible.
Russian. No, it's not good. Not good.
It's terrible what's going on over there.
You know, I feel like the agencies protected the money. So there was something about agencies protecting against Putin pulling money from various agencies like health sector, etc.
Even from the church, as you pointed out.
Oh, that was crazy. The remote views that came out about the church, that he was trying to break in and get the money back from the church. You took 15%. Well, it's for the Lord. Bull crap. It's paying you
tithing to Putin.
Well, it goes back to like the sinking of the Spanish Armada. The pirates would come and give it all to Queen Bessie, you know, like the stuff that came out of India, bring it back. That stuff was pirated, right? So you have that also with the Russian church, that a lot of their wealth is pirated, is stolen, right? Investments, and then 4 of Pentacles, watching coin, and then 8 of Swords, retracted and in the grave. I think their economy is in serious trouble.
Oh, yeah.
They're hanging on by their fingernails.
Yeah. The first card I had, shame. Shame underlies all of this. But then I had, discontent from the people and despair and deprivation. Yeah, this is inevitable. Yeah. From Joel, there is talk about Mitch McConnell being kept on life support. Is this true? It's certainly being heavily rumored.
A lot of rumors.
Okay, so look, are people lying about saying they spoke to him? This is so bizarre. Yes. Why would he not speak to call up the president?
Yes, of course.
Why isn't he calling Trump?
It's ridiculous. This could be solved like that. If he would just call in some cameramen and reporters to do a press conference, even if it's 1 minute.
If I could, I would sneak in his room.
I bet they have that room heavily guarded right now.
I bet.
A lot of people are trying to do that. In fact, there was one photograph I saw, but with AI, you can't tell if it's real or not. But it was a picture of him in bed, intubated and hooked up to a lot of tubes, and he looked really bad. But that could be a fake photo.
I think that's probably fake.
Yeah, but I think they're all lying. Anyone is saying they're talking to him, unless someone said if they're using a Ouija board. Yeah.
Let's take a look. Mitch, how you doing, Mitch? How you doing?
Not good.
He's definitely not a turtle.
Yeah.
Turtles live to be 150 years old.
That would work.
Yeah.
I'm just feel like I'm starting.
Yeah. Could I just say I got a little hit? You know how we've been getting conflicting information where we feel he's alive, but yet he's dead at the same time? That would sound like somebody who's in a coma or life support. like I hate to use the word vegetable, but where they're alive.
He pretty much is.
But basically, technically alive, and that's about it. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Whimsy, but you're going to read first.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a new person coming in to take his position within 30 days. So he's leaving. There's something about a new person and then the law coming in within 30 days. You know what? I see a woman possibly holding his seat. I wonder if that's
we have said his
Chow.
wife. Yeah, Elaine might get appointed. Like she's almost been groomed for this.
I feel like
they're already talking about a number of people right now taking his place, but they haven't decided yet.
Yeah, 30 days.
Yeah.
Wow, how is this legal that they can hide this from people?
Oh, well, there's been a lot of stuff that hasn't been legal that's been gotten away with.
Well, how about that congressman from somewhere on the East Coast that hit for almost 6 months until somebody found out where he was at. He was in a mental hospital.
Oh, God.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a GOP congressman.
Was that a mental hospital?
He was in a mental hospital.
When was that?
6 months. That was about a month ago. He came back, and he said he was having some mental issues.
Okay, it happens. All right.
How convenient, right?
Yeah. I just want to say the very first card that jumped out of my deck, competition. If he's being kept alive, there's a lot of competition going on behind the scenes for his position. That was the dominant card I got. And as far as Mitch goes, I just got suffering, loss, exhaustion, and fighting for survival. It's not good, but this is what intrigued me, the competition card. That would certainly be the motivation for all of this being kept so hushed up. And he is indeed being kept on life support.
Wow, I'm hearing that people say they can bake bread inside of their mailboxes in
it's that hot.
Phoenix.
You can bake brownies.
It's that hot.
I've heard you can fry eggs on the hood of your car.
It probably gets up to 200. So yeah, you could probably have a fresh loaf out in about an hour and a half.
Oh,
good grief.
That's the same temperature they bake lava loaf in Iceland, because they put it in a container, and then the lava, the water is so hot, and they get bread out of it, and it's lava bread. The lava cooks it. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
One of our viewers just said that it was Thomas Kane from New Jersey that was the one that had a mental problem.
Yeah.
A GOP congressman.
Gee, just one of them with a mental
problem? He was out for depression. He suffered from mental depression.
From Rebecca L135. Growing old has become a bit daunting. A strange liminal space and a freeing time. The changes are real. I like that you say it's also a freeing time. There's positives and negatives to anything. Helen Mirren.
You definitely get more wisdom as you get older.
Yeah. Well, Helen Mirren, I wish I had it in front of me, but she said some wonderfully wise things about getting older, about how you just appreciate what you have now in this particular moment of your life. There's always a gift at any age. Paperback Writer 123, go to old Quebec City. We actually talked about that.
There you go.
We were considering it, but right now the fires, no unnecessary travel is allowed into that area. So we were we were thinking of doing a 3-day vacation in Vancouver.
Vancouver's better.
Yeah. But
it's not particularly expensive, and we have some work we have to do. So.
Yeah. But you're saying stay at the Chateau Fairmount. You can go back in time there. Well, you know how I love that. But Vancouver sounds good. Nice and cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. Last time we did this, we had our annual whatever. I came out to LA, and it was hell.
Oh, trust me, you would not be happy in LA right now.
What do they call this? What do they call this? What we have to do? We're supposed to do it annually around that time.
What's that?
I don't know. We're supposed to do like a revamp every year. We skipped it last year.
I don't remember. What did we call it, Whimsy?
I don't know. It's right before your next season.
Hiatus?
Yeah, we're coming out of our hiatus.
There you go.
It'll be season 5.
Season 5. That's just.
We don't know what we're doing. We're just, winging it. It's not called Sweeps Week. What is it called in LA? Pilot season, not pilot season.
Not pilot season. Well, I know Sweeps
Rerun.
It's that time of year that hits around August when everybody's supposed to revamp their stuff. Anyway, I wanted him and I to try and do that, but we missed it last year, and so this year, and I don't want to come out to LA, so that's why I was thinking we should, when we do our annual, we should do it someplace like Canada, because it's for us it falls around August that we're supposed to do it. Too damn hot. I'm sorry.
Too damn hot here. You could definitely fry an egg on the hood
that's what I was
of your car
thinking.
here right now.
It would be cheap, either that or Seattle.
Either way. Well, I trust you.
I'm just trying to get out of the heat. I'm just trying to get away.
I am all for getting out of this heat. I would love to be out of this heat.
We did our first year pilot year. We shot. It was, what was the temperature? 100 and something degrees.
Hotter than Hades, but that was when we also had all the trouble with the cemetery.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
And you lost your passport.
Yeah. That's not going to happen again.
No, it won't. Okay, from TFL 1947, what is status of Democrat shadow meeting?
What is a Democrat shadow meeting? I don't know anything about it.
I have to say I'm not familiar
with that. Are they planning something or what?
I was hoping you knew.
Maybe you guys could throw cards on that.
What? I'd like to know what it is first. We'd look it up quickly. Whimsy?
Yeah, maybe somebody will look it up for us. We'll move on though. Troy Jackson confirmed this weekend to replace Planter. Is that true? Because that's who people wanted. It is confirmed?
It's true. It's confirmed.
That's great news. Let's go ahead and check and see how Troy's going to do. Troy Jackson. I would definitely support that ticket. That's great. Okay, Troy. So that's somebody that Maine can be proud of, not this crazy Plattner guy. You see, you guys, you got left of center.
I think
but he's not crazy. But he's not crazy.
No, he's a pretty nice guy.
Ooh, stress. This Planter guy is taking legal action against Maine and the DNC, I think.
They'll pay him off.
They say Jackson will probably win.
Oh, yeah.
He will.
I got that.
Jackson's going to win against Collins.
Wasn't he the former governor?
Yeah. But final outcome, Page of Pentacles means he got the job.
Yeah.
Continuing problems, some of them possibly health related with Collins. She has a strife card in the 8th house would be Collins.
Yeah, she's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, so Troy takes the win with Page of Pentacles, which would be Archangel Gabriel, who supplies the work. Well, that's interesting. How are you guys feeling about that?
Well, I think it's a great choice.
Yeah. I just got
Jackson's a Democrat, by the way.
Yeah. Chuck, please go ahead.
Well, I just thought that this is coming off of a time where there has been a lot of risk, a lot of uncertainty. But when asking about Jackson, I got good cards. I got bravado, somebody very much in their power, in their self-assuredness, and gifts and celebration. To me, that says a win. It feels good to me. So anyway, Kimberly Canis, 5610. As a young child, me mommy told me I didn't what I was seeing, believing, thinking. At 66, I do know. Love you, mommy, but kiss my ass.
Yeah, so like if you're seeing fairies or you're seeing something that's supernatural, then you have to trust that that's what you saw, even if your family is telling you you're crazy.
Yeah. Kimberly Bly, Fitpold. Why don't the Saudi people help themselves?
They don't have much of a military.
Iran is a bear. I think we should also explain to people that how many millions of people live in Iran. It's a massive country, and it's going to be 93 million. Yeah, so it's going to be hard. So Saudi doesn't have the strength to take them out on their own.
No.
Mm-hmm. Nancy Potter Johnson. I just wish we had a different president and Secretary of War. Yeah. Trump is such an idiot. You think so, Nancy? Yes.
He is.
Yeah. And even that title, Secretary of War, which doesn't even exist. That was something Trump invented. Nancy Potter Johnson. Joel, I read there are 31 states in Iran, and they are not united, and all of them are hard to negotiate collectively. Comments?
Well, South is going to be more aligned with Afghanistan because you get the hardline Shia living in the mountains in that area. And they're the ones that come in for the funerals and everything.
The western part is more democratic.
Right. So that was one of the options that was given, was to just like give it to them and save the central parts, like Tehran, etc. But is that what we tried to do in Afghanistan, and it didn't work?
Didn't work at all.
I don't know. I mean, it's not. It wasn't the parameters of the research I was doing, because I was focusing on Gaza, but that just sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. Joanne Reuter, 9842. Bush threatened Iraq. The U.S. would bomb critical dams and flood entire cities if Iraq didn't release hostages.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow, I forgot all about this. This was 1991, wasn't it?
Yes.
H.W. Bush, yeah.
It started in 90.
Yeah.
And then we went in early 1991, I think it was, or 90. I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah. And also from you, Joel, Crimea is completely isolated.
Yeah, Putin's abandoned Crimea. He's totally gave up on it.
Why do you say that?
Yeah,
because they can't get supplies in, and they've already sunk over 200 ships trying to supply Crimea. 200 ships and counting.
Yeah, it's a major shipping port there, isn't it?
Well, they're leaving the Kerch Bridge open so the Russians can get the hell out of there.
Yeah. How's that for a trade route?
Yeah.
Yeah. And from Joanne Reuter, 9842, Russia's sitting on biggest oil supply in the world. They're not running out, but are they able to excavate that oil?
That's the issue.
That's the issue.
They can't even refine their own oil.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, look what we did to Turkish Stream. I mean, we really cut them off. I mean,
and that's why Putin right now is very desperate to get that pipeline to China.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Warrior Queen's Magic. Hello, everyone. Happy to join you all. We're happy to have you here. What time does the live stream start Northeast time?
That's Eastern
that'd be the
time.
East Coast, so that'd be 3 hours.
8 p.m.
Yeah, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Tennissofunga 1513. Christy
Hi,
here. Hi. Is Todd Blanche out?
No.
What was can you, for people who don't know,
they're trying to confirm him for AG.
And what are the problems, Joel? Can you just help people figure out what are the
problems? Because he has a conflict of interest, because he was Trump's personal lawyer for years.
Mm-hmm.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Todd Blanche.
The one I think is going to be out is Hegseth.
Do you think what about Kash Patel? It feels like both those men.
Oh, they're
JFK, CDC's in serious trouble. They're on their last legs.
That's true.
People are freaking out about the CDC right now.
Oh my God.
I don't know about this Todd Blanche. I'm not getting a good feeling about this. 5 of Swords taking the weapon away from King of Cups. Is there reports of drinking or erratic behavior, hopes and fears and investigation? The Hidden Queen, final outcome, Knight of Pentacles. It goes slow or might not go anywhere.
Yeah.
If he does make it, it's going to be just by 1 vote.
Yeah. Are you still reading, Whimsy?
Oh, yeah, that was it. Thank you.
What I got, is there's too much truth coming to the surface. There's a lot of deceit behind this. And the three big cards I got were discontent, a judgment, and ultimately some sort of compromise. You know, kind of wishy-washy, a compromise. And it might be like what you said, Joel. It might be like my one vote, but it's not going to be decisive by any means. I think that's what I get from that compromise card. From Warrior Queen's Magic, a New Jersey candy chocolate factory, 83 years in state, is leaving for Chicago, laying off hundreds. Things are getting terribly sad. We have tornadoes in Jersey. Yeah, I saw that on the news, tornadoes hitting that region. I think even New York City. And to have long-standing businesses like that employ so many people.
Well, it's just the cost of doing business in New Jersey with taxes and everything.
Yeah,
the tax structure might not be conducive to keep employees there and stuff.
That's such a shame. You know, it's like the entertainment industry here in California. The tax structure, it's driving the movie industry to other
everybody
states.
out.
Yeah, it's driving everybody out. It's killing the industry here. It's so stupid.
It is.
But from
what is killing the industry?
Just taxes, not enough incentives,
cost of living.
So people are, studios are going where it's cheaper.
I heard that you got, well, that's the concern, is the bankruptcy, but they say that Gavin Newsom doesn't want to tax the rich because he's we tax the rich and we're going to go bankrupt. We're already on the last legs. Sony is on thin ice, Paramount, all the major studios. Warner Brothers is in serious trouble.
I know that merger is falling apart. The Warner Brothers Paramount merger.
They put a hold on it.
Yeah, and because it's being called antitrust. And I thought the same thing. I said, this is such obvious antitrust.
It's a monopoly.
And so 12 states are suing. And so this is being delayed indefinitely. It's probably not going to happen.
They'll make a deal.
I think the only thing that keeps the industry going here right now is the fact that we have so many sound stages here where there aren't as many like in Atlanta and Louisiana and Michigan. Right. But that can change, especially with AI now, where you can just shoot anywhere, put up a green screen behind you. See, Warrior Queen's Magic. Yes, GOP rep equals for 4 months, never showed up for meetings, votes, except he had a speech on floor. Laughing out loud, Fetterman is another nutbag, gone rogue on democracy. Yeah, Fetterman is a little strange.
Well, ever since he had that stroke, he wasn't the same after.
Yes, that's right. He did have the stroke. He never has.
I wonder if he'll get. I wonder if
he's not running again.
Oh, you don't think so?
No. I don't think he's going to run again.
Probably not.
No.
What's the next question here? Kathleen Gorman. What do you all think of Senator John Ossoff for president in 2028? He seems to be a rising star.
Oh, God, I don't want to lose him out of Georgia.
He's good.
Just feel, we need him in Georgia. I don't want to strip a Democrat from Georgia in a red state.
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, that's a good point.
Very intelligent.
Yeah. Well, Whimsy, let me put it to you this way. Do you think for the overall higher good, theoretically, if he became president, he could do more good?
I think it would be great if
right now.
I want to hold on to that Senate seat.
The problem
that's Democrat in a red state. I mean, like I'm frightened that, when we get in like that, it's like, why are you so quick to leave, man? Get comfortable.
Right.
Well, it's like pick somebody who's not fighting to hold on to a red state, have a blue seat in a red state. I mean,
it's just it. Plus, the one thing I'm worried about with Ossoff is just inexperience as a chief executive.
Let's look at his future. Let's throw a couple cards on the future of John Ossoff. Okay. Right now, though, I want him to stay in the Senate.
Okay. Now, Whimsy, do you mean his general future, or do you mean
let's see his
as a presidential?
Oh no, I don't want that. But let's just look at
okay.
Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly is.
Mark Kelly's got all.
I'd love to see Mark Kelly.
He's got it all. He's got military experience.
Yes.
He's honor, loyalty. There's a lot going on with him.
He and Gabby Giffords, what a team!
What a team!
First lady, the good they can do.
Even Bashir of Kentucky is fantastic.
Yeah,
I think he would be a great president.
Yeah.
He's sharp.
I'm feeling like Ossoff is going to have a great life in Georgia. I don't know if I see the presidency, though. Great changes for him up ahead. Many years smooth waters. That leads me, 6 years is also a Senate term. Hopes and fears, celebration, and then 401's new beginnings. But I'm not seeing necessarily the presidency right now. I am seeing a great life.
Yeah. I got some very good cards on him, but I kept shuffling. I wasn't getting anything that indicated like a big leadership role like the presidency. I was hoping that card was going to jump out because I would have answered it. But he's very much a man about his purpose. He's a life force, very dynamic, full of life, full of energy, passion. And he's also someone with great creativity and imagination and ingenuity. And that's going to serve him well. I got the business card, but that's going to serve him well throughout his political career. But I wasn't getting anything to indicate presidency.
I hope he stays where he's at.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like. And I think with Whimsy, you got that also. From Warrior Queen's Magic, we had a historic blizzard in what state is any?
Nebraska.
Sorry for my ignorance there.
I'm from Nebraska. I'm from Tekema, Nebraska.
Yeah, I apologize. I had a brain fart there. We had a historic blizzard in Nebraska. A friend told me her in-law passed shoveling snow at 51 years. I'm so sorry. 2 grandkids. So sad. I didn't get to read the rest.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But we're so sorry about what happened.
Yeah.
I've heard of people like that in their 50s shoveling snow and having heart attacks.
Especially the heavy snow.
That's what happened to Atkins. That's what killed Atkins. He was like, eat meat. And then he went out and shoveled the snow and keeled over and died of a heart attack.
Didn't he slip on ice and hit his head?
Yeah, but when they did an autopsy, they think it was because of a heart attack.
That's what it was. That was disastrous for his business, to say he died of a heart attack.
Yeah. I mean, because he was saying, have a steak, cooked with butter and lard.
Well, Whimsy, when you and I were working together in the health industry, the Atkins diet was just huge. Remember that?
Carnivore diet.
Oh my God. People would come in and tell me how they were eating, but yet I'd see people losing weight and looking fantastic.
Sure, because they become dehydrated because they don't have any water in their cells.
Anyway, from Warrior Queen's Magic, bad weather, Canada smokes, heat waves affected my outdoor plants this year. My tomatoes, peppers has not bloomed yet. Weather is on steroids. Fossil fuels released by SS Orange Oil grifters.
Yeah.
That's a way of putting it. Yeah.
My goodness.
Oh my God. The weather throughout the not just in America, the world. Europe's getting hit with massive heat waves right now. From Kaloa SF, I had fire, heat, and smoke kill my delicata squash and tomatoes one year.
I love the delicata.
That's sorry for your loss, Warrior Queen's
squash.
Yeah. They're delicious, delicatas. You get a good soup out of them.
Really? Oh, I can imagine. I love like a good squash soup. From Dwight Lindgren, do you see Trump throwing everyone under the bus? No pardons to save anyone. Well, he has a history of throwing almost anyone under the bus.
That?
Well, he's very much about himself. He has no loyalty to anyone.
He will pardon his family.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. I think he's going to pardon his family.
I agree with you, Joel. He'll take care of his own, but that's about it.
That's it.
I think this will be our last because it's already 6:14. This will be our last question for the day.
Yeah. Oh.
Went fast today.
It did go fast. I'm just
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where I don't even feel like I need to pull a card to answer that. But
I feel like the women around Trump are going to be rising more than the men. Like there's this idea. I know that his son is looking at a political future, Don Jr., but there's a transformation of his life. And then there's the emergence. I wonder if that's Tiffany. But I'm seeing like these.
Yeah, we don't hear much from Tiffany, do we?
I think she could become very famous or successful in the coming years as a businesswoman. I'm seeing a successful business career for her. I'm not seeing anything information on pardons at this time.
No. I just got, frankly, I got one card, loss. I just stopped it there. He's not going to pardon anyone.
No.
other than his family, I agree with Joel. He's very much about himself, and
that's gosh,
very much about himself. But I think that's interesting about Tiffany. You know, it's certainly in her genes to be a good businesswoman. You know, the Trumps are good at making money.
Well,
yeah. It's interesting to see her like that in a business suit doing business, because she is the one who he had the least amount of access to. So she's probably mentally the healthiest.
Yes.
You know, I'm sorry to say.
She has a good mother.
That's
her mother's real nice.
Her mother's Marla Maples, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a very nice woman, actually.
She is.
Yeah.
I also wonder about Barron.
Oh.
It's like they're still kind of keeping him under wraps.
Oh my God, we wish him well. Boy, what a crazy childhood he's had. Like, to grow up without pets, to ask your parents if you can have a dog. No, you cannot have a dog because your father will not have a. I thought that was so sad, hearing that he wanted a pet and that his mother told him no because your father doesn't want any pets in the house. Like, he wanted something to love as a child and he wasn't given a dog. Like that, what a depressing, freaking sterile life.
Yes, it is.
But I think Tiffany.
My child wanted a dog. I would totally get my child a dog. That's how they learn to love and care for something.
Of course, that's an excellent point you made.
Yeah.
You could do a cat, then you wouldn't have to deal with the problem of having to take them out and whatever. But I thought it kind of sad that it was like, no, there won't be any dog or any animal coming to the White House. He doesn't want any animals in the house. And it's like, well, what about a bear?
Not even a goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, is that what they said? I know.
Well, I don't know that. I just
wanted one when he was younger, and it's like that's like the most normal thing in the world that a young boy wants to have a dog. Like it's like beating the normalcy out of his kids. No, you're not going to get anything to love. It's going to be a cold, sterile childhood, just like mine was cold and sterile.
Oh.
Then you can go and kill animals later when you grow up.
Mm-hmm. Which the Trump sons are notorious for. All those pictures of them on safaris. Just sickening pictures with dead elephants, dead giraffes that they've just shot, and they're just smiling. To me, that's
they never loved an animal. They have no attachment.
No, and you just see the glee, just the glee in their faces because they've just murdered a beautiful animal.
Give your kid a dog. What the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, it's like it makes them a better person.
Or a cat.
Yeah. Well, did you guys have fun? Did you guys have?
Yeah, it was great.
A good time. This went by very quickly. Yeah.
Joel, if people are trying to reach you and they want to find out more about the services you supply for veterans, how can they reach you?
They can reach me at joeltilson@msn.com, and I'll be happy to answer any question that you have, or if you're having any problems with the VA status and stuff. As far as claims.
Great. And then Chuck, how can people reach you for appointments if they want a reading?
Well, the best way to reach me is at dransfieldchuck, one word, dransfieldchuck@gmail.com. My channel, Chuck's Captivating Chronicles. I have a chat show on Mondays, Chuck's Captivating Chat, where I do a lot of readings for people on there. I'm shooting a lot of new videos where I'm doing
He'll answer your questions
from the other side. I was on for a little over 2 hours yesterday, and 3 hours a week before. So I'm really loving that. I just love doing readings for people. Reach out to me. I make my rates very affordable.
Plus you do a lot of videos on paintings and stuff like that.
My artwork. I'm really branching that out and showing my process, how I create
stories about the celebrities.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Which is my passion. It's been my passion. Old Hollywood.
I love it, especially Lucy and Desi.
Oh, especially Lucy and Desi, because you know I worked on a book with someone. We weren't able to publish it, but I did a lot of research.
But I remember my parents talking about in the late 30s, talking about Desi and Lucy.
In the late 30s?
In the late 30s, they were talking about they were remembering back in the 30s.
Well, I mean,
about Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball.
Not in the 30s. You mean in the 50s?
I think you mean a little later.
No, they were talking about in the late 50s.
In the late 50s. Married. Well, yeah. Well, they met in 1940.
They were the couple.
Yeah, they met making a movie. Lucy was a star. He was a supporting player, but it was a film called Too Many Girls on the RKO lot in 1940. And there were people who witnessed it, like Ann Miller, Van Johnson. They said it was love at first sight. Everybody could feel the electricity in the room when they saw each other the first time. Soulmates.
All right, you guys, if you need to see me for a reading, you can find me through Booksy, Dr. Whimsy Anderson, for medical consults, health coaching, and tarot card readings. I would love to work with you. Okay, we are out of here, folks. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. We'll see you next time, everyone.
See you next time.
Bye.